one, that is number 15, you have 2x squared minus 3x plus 1 is less than 0. Now, if you cannot factorize, you will have issues. Okay, so you need to be a master of factorizing trinomials. So the coefficient of x squared, that's a 2 times 1, will give you a positive 2. Two factors of 2 that add up to minus 3, minus 2 and minus 1. So I can write this as 2x squared minus 2x minus x plus 1 is less than 0. Then I'll factor out 2x, so I'll get x minus 1, and that one will become minus x minus 1. Okay, so in this class, I don't expect anybody to struggle with factorization. If you can't factorize, then use the quadratic formula, okay, to get the critical values. Yes? Well, I don't encourage you to do that because that could make things complicated.
I just use
quadratic formula. Yes, you can. You can also use the quadratic formula. Okay? But the easiest way is to use the quadratic formula. If you have got issues with factorizing, then use the quadratic formula. Right? So this gives me x minus 1 times 2x minus 1 is less than 0. Then my critical values are going to be x equal to 1 or x equal to a half. Those are my critical values. Then the method now that I'm going to use. Okay, for this question, let me use the graph method. Right? So with my graph, I've got my two x-intercepts. So we've got a half here and then a 1 there. Okay? Now here, since the trinomial is negative, okay? So if I draw a graph like that, the trinomial is negative. So we are talking about between a half and 1. So your solution is going to be from here, from positive a half to 1. So we can say therefore a half is less than x is less than 1. Okay, that's the solution because the trinomial is less than 0. Okay, so that's why that's the answer.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
It's not as easy.
Yes. Yes. So here we don't include the lower limit and the upper limit because we don't have an equal sign there. Okay, our inequality sign is just the less than sign. Okay, so the half and the 1 are not part of that range of solutions of this question. Okay, but the solutions are between a half and 1, excluding the lower and the upper limit. Well, this method, if you understand it, you find that these questions will become very easy. Okay, if you understand it. But it requires you to know your quadratic graph also. Okay? And let's move on to the next one. Is there anybody who has got a question? Right. Then the next one, minus 3x squared. So number 16, it's minus 3x squared plus 4x is less than or equal to minus 4. Right? Now, you should know from experience, or if you do lots of practice, that as long as the coefficient of x squared is a negative, you have to convert it to a positive. Okay? And the sign is going to change. So if I take the minus 4 to the left, I'll get minus 3x squared plus 4x plus 4 is less than or equal to 0. Then I need to convert this coefficient from a negative to a positive. Because the graphical method only works if the coefficient of x squared is positive. Okay? So, we divide each term by minus 3 Well, what minus 3? Let me divide by minus 1, right? Okay. Let's divide by minus 1. So this will be divided by minus 1. If I do that, then I'll end up having 3x squared minus 4x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 0. Okay? The moment you divide by a negative coefficient, or you divide by negative 1 or negative coefficient, the sign changes. Once we get here, okay, once we get here, then it's factorization time. Okay, so 3 times minus 4, okay, 3 times minus 4 gives you a negative 12. Then you need two factors of negative 12 that add up to minus 4. Obviously, it's minus 6 and positive 2. So this becomes 3x squared. If you think you can get confused to factorize the trinomial, use the quadratic formula. Okay? Right. Or I think I need to show you how to use your calculator, but most of you don't have that calculator. Maybe I was going to show you. Some calculators, in actual fact, there is a calculator which can solve quadratic inequalities, like the one that some of you have. Okay. So this becomes minus 3x squared minus 6x plus 2x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 0. Then you get 3x times x minus 2 plus 2 times x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. Then from here you get x minus 2 times 3x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. Obviously, my critical values are going to be x equal to 2 or x equal to be minus 2 over 2. Okay. Again, let's use the graphical method. So I'll do the solution there. So my minimum is negative 2 over 3. The maximum is positive 2. Okay. Right. So we have got a greater than now. Okay. Because we have got a greater than, it means we are talking about from here going to the right. And from here going to the right. Yes. Because of this. Which means y is what? Positive. So we're talking about those two arms that are above the x-axis. Therefore, our solution here is going to be x is less than minus 2 over 3 or x is greater than 2. Now, let's do a quick check of this. Right? Let's do a quick check. Right? Let's choose. Okay, this is the reason why I like the number line method, because you do a quick check of your answers. Can you choose any value which is less than negative 2 over 3?
Negative 1.
Okay. Based on what I had, I think this started first. So let's substitute negative 1. Okay. I just want to check. So if it's negative 1, let's substitute the original. If you put negative 1, you end up there with minus 3 there. The color is not a nice one. So let's use 3. So minus 1 squared gives you 1. 1 times minus 3 will give you negative 3. Right? Put minus 1 there. You will get negative 4. Right? Then if you multiply the 2, okay? You multiply the 2, that is minus 3 and minus 4, you end up getting a positive 12. Now is positive 12 less than or equal to minus 4? Huh? Oh, I'm multiplying. Okay. So that would be minus 7. I was starting to get worried. Serious? Because I multiplied instead of adding. Alright, so get minus 7. Minus 7 is indeed true that it is less than minus 4. Okay? So therefore this solution here is correct. Okay. Now this is part of the number line method. Okay. Then choose any value that is greater than 2. Okay, 7. So we'll substitute 7 then into the original equation. If I put 7 there, 7 squared will give us 49. 49 times minus 3, that should be 40 times 3 gives me 120. Then I have 9 times 3 will give me 27. So I should get 140 minus 147. Alright? Then positive 4 times minus 7 times positive 7, that should give me 28 volts. Right? So minus 147 plus 28, that should give us minus 119. Okay, obviously it's going to be less than what? Minus 4. So this is the solution. Okay, that's also a solution. So what I just did by checking my solutions, it's part of the number line method as well. Okay. All right. Any question? Okay, so we are following that. Then let's move on to another aspect. Well, can you try this one quickly? Yes.
Sorry, I have a question.
Can you do? Yes. How to use the quadratic formula? Okay, I'll show you just now.
Sorry, I have a question regarding the previous.
This one.
That's too zoomed in, but yes.
Which part?
Okay. Wait, no, it's the next one. It's the one that was just said. Yes, this one. Since the original answer is, the original question is greater than or equal to, why isn't the answer x is less than or equal to negative?
Okay. You see, what you are asking, I hope you are aware that this inequality and this one here, they are exactly the same. Okay? They are exactly the same. It's just that we have written this one in such a way that the coefficient of x squared is now positive. Right. Now, because of that, whatever solutions we get here, if you substitute them either into this one or into that one, they will be the same.
Yes, but I'm asking why isn't it or equal to?
At the end, final.
At the end.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay, I need to put the equal sign.
Okay, thank you.
Please, can you add the equal sign? Okay, I get what you mean. Okay, put the equal sign there because we have got an equal sign in our question. We have to, listen, we also have to include the lower limit and the upper limit. They are supposed to be included. In this case here, x equal to 2 and x equal to minus 2 over 3. They are also included in the solution. I get what you mean. I forgot to put that equal sign. All right. So can you try this one? Okay, please take note of the instruction. Okay, Temple, I'll come back to your question. Can you do it? What is it mean? Oh, this so your answers must be ratio. Either you have x equal to say 1 minus 2, x equal to your answer. What? So factorize that if it can be factorized. What is this? You found the solution? How many of you have found the solution? What's the problem then? Why are it taking so long to get the answer?
Because this is factorial.
Listen, don't forget that you have learned new techniques of solving a quadratic equation. So you can use those, especially the quadratic formula. If you can't factorize, then either use the quadratic formula, that will be much better to get the critical value. Was a question like this may have 4 marks. Usually 4 marks. Maybe minimum 3. So you have to show all your working out. Alright, let me try to help you. Okay, let me help you a little bit then. Because the bulk of you are struggling. I wonder where the struggles are coming from.